So, gang, today is my birthday. We've established I am 59 years old today.
Happy birthday again and again.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. I say that because I was walking around recently thinking I was 59, and then it occurred to me, wait, I'm not turning 60. I'm turning 59.
You would definitely know if you were turning 60.
It is perfect timing because I think I'm about to learn something very important to me about my family history, and you will all hear it unfold. Those who listen to me on POTUS regularly know that I am totally into family history. Even before Ancestry.com, I have been on a search for my roots, and with mixed results. My mother's side of the family is well understood from a family history or genealogical standpoint. Mom's family is Montenegrin. We used to say Yugoslavian. Now we're more specific. A village, it's actually not so much of a village, but she always referred to it as a village, Cetinja, which was the capital when Montenegro was a monarchy. And interestingly, my great-grandfather was a cobbler who made boots for the last king of Montenegro, King Nikola, hence the name for my grandfather, which was Nicholas. My father's side of the family has always been more of a mystery that I'm hoping is about to get solved very soon, meaning just minutes from now. Actually, my paternal grandmother, my father's mother, Mildred Walker, the true family name was Vaccaro. In other words, Millie Walker was actually Carmela Vaccaro at birth in the United States and then Americanized to Mildred or Millie Walker or Grams to my brother and me. The Walker Vaccaros came from a town in Calabria, Italy called Lungro. It's my dad's family, more specifically my paternal grandfather, that has always been a mystery. Growing up, if asked, because people would say Smerconish, what kind of a name is that? I would say, well, we're Ukrainian, but not much more was known. And sometimes my dad would say, well, we're from the Carpathian Mountains. Or he would say, we are from the Austria-Hungarian Empire. And when I first got into Ancestry a decade ago, I looked at census records and I saw that my great-grandfather had actually referred to himself as being from Galicia, which I never knew what Galicia was until I heard that reference. And then with some help from the people at Ancestry, they were able to draw a tighter circle. They said that they thought that my family, the Elias Smerconish family, right, Elias Smerconish family, they said that they thought that we were actually Rusyn, spelled Rusyn, from a region of northern Slovakia, southern Poland, western Ukraine. I know that Elias was born there between 1867 and 1870, that he died in 1931. I don't think he was ever naturalized. He and his wife Anna had 8 children, and he was a mine worker. So unlike UTC, I can't just look at the Mayflower records and know to a certainty when we hit Plymouth Rock. But it's always been a subject of fascination for me.
I feel like you know more than I do, though, because I know names and I know that they were on that boat, but I don't know these kind of details.
Wait, they really were on that boat?
Yeah, they really were on the boat. You've been teasing about me for this long and you thought I was kidding?
For all those years, I've been joking.
No, seriously.
So you're Mayflower royalty.
Correct. Not royalty, just lineage. Okay, but these details are amazing.
Right. And I'm keenly interested in them. I really want to know.
And how far are you going to go? Like how far back or how far there, or what's
my goal?
Next? Yeah.
Okay, so my goal is I have this vision of having a map of Eastern Europe on my desk, some type of a very small and tight map, and it would have 3 pins in it. And one of the pins would be in Cetinja, Montenegro. Another pin would be in Lungro, Calabria, Italy. And the third pin, I'm not yet sure where it goes. I don't need to go back further than that. I just want to know those who came to the United States, where were they from?
Where did they come from?
And
It's amazing.
Ancestry, when Ancestry was working in support of me a decade ago, they said that they thought that perhaps we had come from one of two villages in modern day Poland, two villages 2.5 miles away from one another. Now, here's where it gets interesting. A few months ago, I received a letter from Artem Barabash. I hope I'm pronouncing his name correctly. We'll find out in a moment. And it was on the letterhead of Canada Ukraine Parliamentary Program for University Students. And I try to never say no to university students who are asking for an interview. And he's doing an internship for students from Ukraine at the Parliament in Canada. At least I think that's the program. And he wanted to interview me about politics and also my Ukrainian roots. And I had to explain to him, I of course did the interview. And soon I'll put it in my social media and you can read the interview that I did with Artem. But I had to say to him, I really don't know more about my roots. I don't know what I should say. Should I say that I'm Polish? Should I say that I'm Ukrainian? I really don't know. And then, of course, you know me. I told him I wished I could track this down, and if he knows anybody or could find anybody, that he should make an introduction. That is how I get to Yaroslav Lyseyko, I think. I'll ask him in a moment to pronounce his name. He is now helping me, and I just received an email from Yaroslav saying, I think I have news for you. So
amazing. Just amazing.
So
what
this
a birthday
is
present.
like the Henry Louis Gates TV show, POTUS channel version. Let me welcome Artem and Yaroslav. First of all, Artem, how do I pronounce your last name?
Lyseyko, Yaroslav Lyseyko.
Yaroslav Lyseyko. And Artem, how do I pronounce your name?
Correctly, Barabash.
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 And Artem, explain to my listeners, what are you doing with the Canadian Parliament? Is it an internship?
Yes, you said everything correctly. I am selected intern to the Canada-Ukraine Parliamentary Program. This is the program that has been that was found by Igor Barden at the beginning of 90s of the last century, and it still functions. It celebrated its 30th anniversary previous year, and in fact, our program is aimed for Ukrainian students and who want to develop democratic society in Ukraine and promote democratic Western practices in particular in parliamentary procedures and generally to acquire this culture of politics, culture of relations with of public relations with other people, and to spread that culture in Ukraine, so that to change this Soviet era paradigm of politics in Ukraine. And
Artem, where are you located right now?
I'm in Kiev. I live in Kiev, and unfortunately, due to COVID restrictions, our program has been postponed until I believe vaccination has been carried out properly in Canada, so that we can, so that first of all, the Parliament of Canada starts to function as it functioned before the pandemic, and after that we are going to attend our internship program.
I see. And Yaroslav Lyseyko, did I do okay with your last name?
Lyseyko.
Lyseyko. Yaroslav,
yes.
Where are you located?
I'm located in Lviv. It is western part of Ukraine, beautiful city with rich history.
What do you do for a living?
I'm historian, and genealogy is my passion. So I investigate family history, and Western Ukraine is land where uh, different nations lives with different histories, and their and so.
That part of the world really seems like a mosaic. So much history, so much tumult, so many different people from different backgrounds all coming together in that part of the world.
Exactly. Yes. Yes.
How is the record keeping there in that part of the world, Yaroslav?
You are right. Galicia was a place of living for the different nations: Ukrainians, Polish, Jewish, Germans, and the largest part of their lives they live in peace. They connect with each other, and we can investigate their histories by different resources. First of all, the main source of genealogical research are metric books of births, marriages, and deaths. By this source, we can research family history, we can build family trees, and so.
Yaroslav, where do you think I'm from?
Okay, so first of all, the surname Smerconish is rare for modern Ukraine and Poland. And available databases show only a few settlements in the Carpathians where occurs surname Smerconish or similar sound. Uh, so the metric, this village, we have two villages with where people with surname Smerconish lived, and this village are called Svержova Ruska and Sviatkova Velika. We looked to the metric books of Svержova Ruska, and we have a few families with surname Smerconish that lives there in 1917s. And I hope that Elias is a member of these families. So I think that we will continue to study these metrical books to understand with you these are really Michael's ancestors, and we will. We are excited that we find these materials and can investigate it.
In other words, Elias Smerconish was my great grandfather, and he came from that part of the world. That much is clear. And you think you know which village his family came from?
Yes, I think that it is Svержova Ruska. Why this village? Because no, this is a Lemkos village. Lemkos, it is ethnical group which live in Western Ukraine and Eastern Poland on the cross border of these countries. They live in very difficult condition because this is Carpathian. The mountains are very beautiful, but it is difficult to engage in agriculture there. You need to work hard to achieve something, and the immigration from Galicia to the USA start from this region. People from these mountains go to America to find better life, better conditions, because conditioned in okay.
That's okay. You're doing
They say.
great, and your English is easily understood. As we say,
Sorry.
as we say in the United States, I think this is the bottom line. You believe that my family comes from Smerconish, Ruska, that village in modern day southeastern Poland near the border with Slovakia.
Yes, correct.
Okay, but Artem wants me to be Ukrainian. Am I still Ukrainian? Artem?
It's me. I believe yes. We discussed that with Yaroslav. In fact, Lemkos are one of the one of the ethnic groups that historically belong to the main Ukrainian ethnic group. It's like a mosaic, and Ukrainians who lived, for example, in Western Ukraine, they called Gutsule, for example, or Lemkos. They are often they are Ukrainians, in fact, because they constituted the Ukrainian nation, and it's rather ethnic belonging. And this Lemkos, they are mostly Greco-Catholics. Which means that you understand that we speak about the time of the beginning of 20th century, late 19th century, and it was the time when the national identity was not yet well developed in those regions. In Ukraine, Ukraine was not the nation at that time. And,
I understand.
But we have to look at the religion and religious belonging and such other evidences that prove that it belongs to Ukrainians. For example,
Well, I just wanted to ask Yaroslav a question if I can. Yaroslav, you find my name in those baptismal records for this village, meaning my family name. Is that the basis of your belief?
Yes, I can one more time that the surname Smerconish is very rare. It's like a brand. Who is Smerconish is from this region, not other. And I can add about Lemkos that they have a really unique and rich culture, traditions, architecture, national clothes. The specific character of Lemkos was formed due to life in mountains. So they are hardy, persistent, and purposeful.
I like that. Gentlemen, I look forward to coming over there and we can have a drink and we can go to that village, Smerconish Ruska.
Yes, great idea.
Artem, thank you for making this introduction. And Yaroslav, keep going.
Yes.
Okay?
I do my better. Yes.
Thank you. Thank you, Artem. Thank you, Yaroslav.
Happy birthday. Have a nice day.
Thank you for that.
Michael, happy birthday. And it's a great pleasure to see a person that admires his ancestors so much, and it was respect.
That is awfully nice of you to say. Thank you, gentlemen. I really appreciate it. TC, there's the answer. Smerconish Ruska. So now when people say, where are you from? I'll be saying Smerconish Ruska.
Yes, you will.
You know, all
Yes,
those
you
things
will.
that I was told over the span of years, well, we're Ukrainian. Well, it was the Austria-Hungarian Empire. Well, it's the Carpathian Mountains. It sounds like all of that was true.
But now we've zoomed in,
Yes.
as it were. I mean, truly, the pin can go on the map.
The pin is close to getting in the map.
Yes, it is.
For my 60th, I need to go there.
Perfect.
I need to go there for
COVID
my
will
60th.
be gone, and you'll be traveling.
Oh, that was fun. That was really great, at least for me. So thank you to my guests.